Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry I was a little late getting things started here. I had a bit of an issue with my health this morning. I'm alright now. Just wasn't feeling very well and I ended up sleeping most of the morning, missing out on pretty much all my work that I was going to get done today. And then I started working on the work, and well, when I start working on something, my mind just loses all track of time, and then I realized, wait a minute, it's got to be getting pretty close to 6 o'clock. What time is it? Oh no, it is 6 o'clock. So yeah, that's kind of how the day went. I realized it was getting so late in the afternoon. I did see that it was starting to get a little dark outside, but never knew it would happen that way. So how's everybody doing today? I see we have a full house. Donna Mack, Bill Crusson, got Jeff Dunn, Yo Man, Midnight Silver Run. Who else we have in here? Joe McBride, if he's still around. Steve looking for silver. Steve looking for silver. Oh my gosh. It's been a long time since I've seen you. If you happen to still be around, welcome back to the stream. Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas to everyone else out there. I know that it was yesterday, but you can still say it because you hope they had one. Not that you hope they have one, like in future tense. But we can also say Happy New Year, of course. I'm working on getting these things stuffed now. I've got them printed and clipped. Now I've got to stuff them. Oh, Wade, I kind of hope that this turns out to be a big deal. Because, well, these things have been wrapped since Christ was a baby. And holy moly, seems that can't get a break out of these rolls. Odd thing. You usually hope that you're going to get some pretty good stuff, but in this one, to get anything has been luck. I didn't wait for him to air Die Hard. I just watched it. Watched it on my own. Well, Matthew the Great Coin Roll Hunter, I'll have to give you a wrench. See how that works. There we go. You should be all wrenched up now. I'm still waiting on stuffing these things. So what did everybody get that was like the number one thing they really wanted? Talk about it. Tell me what's there. What did you find? What did you get? I've got another 3 minutes or so before I'll actually be ready to start opening coins. Looks like it's going to be a 6:30 reveal start. So if anybody wants to go to the restroom, get a cup of coffee or anything else, now's the time to do it. Well, I don't really think it's a Christmas movie, but it is set in Christmas. The whole thing happens at a Christmas party. So the whole hostage situation, everything else in the movie takes place at a Christmas party. So yeah, it's a Christmas movie. I mean, it's not about Christmas, but it's about something that happens during that period of time, I suppose you would say. Corporate Christmas parties. Something I never enjoyed and don't think I'll ever have to do again. It's a tradition in this house to watch Die Hard and then to watch It's a Wonderful Life. We watched the extended version of It's a Wonderful Life in color this time. They've colorized it in the last year or two. And it's interesting. It's nice. I'm not one of those steadfast must be a original black and white version type people, but I also don't like people to, look like faintly colored Easter eggs while I'm watching a movie either. And this one wasn't. I mean, the coloration on this movie was actually a pretty good job. Going back through now, stuffing names, so I should be done here in just a couple of minutes. A big vet bill farm dog. I'm sorry, did you end up with a healthy little pup from it? Midnight Silver Run got a nice roll of 56D from Jessica and found a doubled eyelid, can't place, and a tripled RPM. Both of which tend to be relatively common by type in 1956D, meaning that, well, individually separating the different dies and being able to identify them can be very difficult. A Charlie Brown Christmas, huh? A Charlie Brown Christmas. I haven't seen that in years, I don't think. I don't know, ever since it became stuff, there's a lot of different stuff I used to watch when I was little that after, cable TV and instant gratification streaming shows and stuff like that, they lost a lot of their specialness. It's like you can watch a Charlie Brown Christmas any day of the year now. Back in the day, they'd make time on primetime TV to put it on once a year. You had to be there or be square. You didn't have a VCR to copy it on, or a DVR, or any DVD or EMD or whatever those things are. You didn't have all that stuff. So you had to be lucky. You want me to tell you about that picture I've got up there? I'll tell you about that picture I have up there. That's a little teaser right there. All of those coins are going to be sold on the 1st of January. Every one of those are going to be put up for sale. Running through old coins, good coins, toned coins, brilliant coins. There's going to be some semi-keys up there. There's going to be all kinds of coins. We're going to start at 1 p.m. on New Year's Day. That's 1 p.m. Eastern Time on New Year's Day, right here on the Copper Coins channel. And every single item put up for sale will start between 25 cents and $1. You heard it. Between 25 cents and $1. Most of these coins are going to be $3 to $5 coins or more. I've got some $15, $20, $25 coins in there starting for under $1. Yeah, it's me. It's me right here. Hello, Bill Betts. That is going to be a long way around. Bad Santa. Who's Bad Santa? Reveal 233 has not yet happened, and a reason for that, another interesting one. I had issues sleeping the night before, so I slept through much of the morning. And I was going to come up here and take care of it and get it done, and we started having storms roll in. The storms started rolling in, and we ended up having most of the afternoon taken up with tornado warnings. And by evening, well, I didn't want to do the reveal because it was my wedding anniversary, so we were going to go out for the wedding anniversary. I ended up not even doing that because the weather was pretty yucky around here. And so we just sat down, watched a movie, and finished out the evening, canceled everything else. And that was my wedding anniversary. Also what you would call Christmas Eve. So I'm going to schedule 233 to happen early in the day tomorrow, sometime between 10 and noon tomorrow. We're going to do 233. This is going to be 234 right here. This is 1963 D roll. 233 is a 63 playing, and this 63 D roll will occur right now. Got everything all stuffed up and ready to go. We got a roll here. I got to get a whole bunch of tape off of it in order to get it started. Some of this tape is just peeling right off. Real easy peel. This one happens to be a relatively easy peel job. Well, I say that and then demonstrate for you that it's very difficult to find the ends of the pieces. There we go. There's that. There's that. Nifty little label paper comes off. Take my label off the end. Pull this other piece of tape off the end here. And then remove these coins out of the way to finish unwrapping the foil and other stuff off of this. These things were very well wrapped. I mean, very, very well wrapped. Layers and layers of wrapping. It's kind of weird unwrapping and looking at foil and paper and stuff that's been on these rolls since before I was born. I'm not a spring chicken either. I've been on here for a long time. Hey, Wanda. Well, I sure hope these turn out really nice. There should be some pretty good coins in them. As I've seen with the other rolls, it appears as though not all the coins inside the wrapper are going to be toned, and that's because, well, you still have an original bank wrapper in here. So I'm going to take the paper and all this other goodie, and it goes off by the side. Bring my coins back in. There we go. Bring that back into place. I gotta find my little tool to open up the bank wrapper here. We got one end that has a plug on it, and the other end does not appear to have any real toning, so it appears as though this roll may come out without toning, or without much toning anyway. Let's see. I get all this other stuff open here. Doesn't especially want to come open easily, which, well, I found that to be the case with a number of bank wrappers anyway. Here we go. Now we got it. We're going to roll the paper over the coins. There's our coins. There's our little cardboard disc that was at the end. Alright, here we go. Get started. So, this is just a little bit of the flavor of the seal that we're going to have on the first. It's going to be huge. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Hi. Here we go into the dyno, because I decided the dyno is probably a better fit for this than using my scope, because my scope dances around so much and the dyno doesn't. The dyno is still not a very good source of light as a microscope, but At least give it a shot and see what we've got. We got a little bit of toning on this one. This is the end coin out of the roll. I don't see an RPM, and I don't see a double die either yet. Does not appear to be either. Flip to flip. Harder. They usually only put cardboard on one end because it helped form the roll before they put the coins in and actually wrap them in. This goes to Jim Fletcher. First coin in the roll to Jim Fletcher. I don't know if Jim's here right now. And looks like we got nothing going on here. So let me flip it out and move on to the next one. 638 now we're getting started. First coin in the roll is in, out, and done. That's coin number 1 for Jim Fletcher. Yes, Bill's back. That's a big thing. Eric Beyer. Eric Beyer gets the second coin in the roll. Here is the second coin in the roll. This one doesn't have any toning. It is a pretty nice coin though. Remember folks, these little guys have been wrapped up since the 60s. I can't give you any promises one way or another as to their condition or as to what is on the coins. All I can do is unroll them and show them to you. Make sure that I take the best care I can to preserve whatever present condition they happen to be in. Got nothing there either. I was hoping for a lot more out of these rolls. Well, simply because they're just really cute, being that they're long time storage in what turns out to be a more or less original state from the time they left the bank. There's John L. John L, coin number 3 now. Coin number 3 is... it's going to turn out to be nothing as well, I think. Take a look at that part, and take a look at this part. Yeah, it doesn't look like it has anything on it. E pluribus unum, hello. Yeah, looking at the back of John's coin, it does appear a little extra thick in some areas, but I don't think it's a double die. Just not really seeing anything that specifically shows me double die on here. Yeah. So unfortunately another, nope. At least we don't have Larry in the fingerprints here. There's Doug Reese. Doug Reese will get coin number 4. Coin number 4 in the roll looks exactly like this. Well, because this is coin number 4. And let's see. Wow, I've worn flip-flops outside too today, but I guarantee it's a lot warmer here than it is up in New York. Nothing there. Let's take a look at the other side and see what goes on over there. Nothing. So that's Doug Reese. Coin number 4. On to coin number 5 now. Got levels, but I put his tag in upside down to learn what I'm doing and get these things flipped around the right way the first time. There we go. Levels of madness. Let's see what levels gets. Now that looks like could be an RPM. Let's get a closer look at this. Let's see. Well, I'm not seeing anything that's actually doubled that says, hey, I'm an RPM. Not enough to actually call the shot and list it. It does have a weird shape, but it is not really doubled in any way. Here yesterday, the high temperature was around 34, 35 degrees. And I took my dog for a walk. In flip-flops, of course. We had no snow here, but we did have plenty of rain. We had rain all evening after the storms passed through on Christmas Eve. It just kind of nasty evening. Christmas woke up with a really bright, sunshiny sky and a temperature of about 24 degrees. It's pretty cold out there. Alright, here's coin number 6. Jeff Dunn. Jeff Dunn. I'm seeing no RPM here. It was freezing in freezing. Had to turn on the heat. Don't you wish you could bottle that stuff? You'd have free heat forever. After 1 year of bottling your normal temperatures down there in the Florida Gulf Coast, it rarely gets cold. I lived there for a full decade, and I saw frost on the cars and on the grass, I think 4 times in that whole decade I lived there. We've done that this month, and then some here in North Carolina. I'm using the scope's built-in light. It's so close to the coin, there's no way you could get external light under here. I am literally about maybe 8 or 10 millimeters above the coin. There's no way I could get any outside light in here. Well, you get falling iguana warnings, but those falling iguana warnings are more really for the other side of the state where the iguanas are, right? As I remember, you don't have any iguanas in your area. Iguanas are all over by Wanda, over in the Miami area. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Boca Raton. Lots and lots of iguanas and oddball big lizards over there. That's number 7. That was John L. Now number 8 goes to Paul Hampton. Number 8 for Paul Hampton. And here we go. Oh, you have basilisks? I never saw basilisks down there. I'm sure that they are there. I know that you had Nile monitors down in that area too. Was that the Savannah monitors? Well, Joe, no, they don't fall from the sky. What they do is they freeze and they fall from the branches of the trees that they're sitting in. So if you're walking under a tree, you have to watch for an iguana to fall on you. And they're pretty heavy. They can be 15, 20 pounds. When a 15, 20 pound iguana fall on you from 30, 40 feet up, you're going to remember it. Yeah, iguanas can be some pretty fierce animals, falling straight out of the trees, falling off buildings and stuff like that. Got Orig next. We had probably, I'm going to say, between 20 and 25 different kinds of lizards in southeast Florida when I lived over there. And it was, I guess I would say interesting, but since most of them were invasive, it was actually a little spooky for the ecology. What happened to my little thing here? Did I get... What did I get going on here? No, that's not what I needed. I needed this. No, I didn't need that either. I needed to do this. There we go. Oh, it takes up a little bit of the space in the blown up view, but have to be able to see what else is going on over there, right? Crocs sticking their snouts out of frozen ponds. Where is this? So I thought crocodiles were only like in the very, very far southern part of Florida. We didn't have any crocodiles anywhere else in the United States. So if, gosh, what is going on here? You saw this was in a bank wrap roll. I have no idea what this is. Whatever it is, it's taken up a lot of the reverse design is being chewed up by the stuff that's on here, filling in the dye to a point where some of these letters are near disappearing. It looks like some weird grease on there. But the thing is this is original. I mean, this is like straight from the mint, because it went from the striking chamber into a sorting counter, then it went into the bag, and the bag went into a coin counter that went into the roll, and the roll went into paper and foil. So this has never been messed with by humans. It's not post-mint damage, it's not wear or anything like that. This is something that came straight from the machine. It's interesting nonetheless. And that one was for Orig, in case you were wondering. That was for Orig. We're going to move on now. Coin number 10. Coin number 10 is going to be for Dynamac. And coin number 10 looks exactly like this one. Well, because this is coin number 10. I got nothing going on there. It helps me with the shadows if I'm looking at this upside down. That's why I generally look at coins upside down under the dyno. They're just easier to see. His mouth is unzipped right now, so he can speak. That's actually a little shard of metal, but it looks like an open zipper. Well, Wanda, there's different kinds of crocodiles, but the freshwater crocodiles don't live in the United States. I don't know where they're from. I think they're just from Australia, because they've got freshies and salties. The salties are the ones that are man-eaters. The freshies generally don't attack. A goanna, no, not a goanna. What is a caiman? Caimans are also a form of crocodile. Alligators are all freshwater, and there's a lot of them in the United States, so we could be talking about alligators for sure. There's not a whole lot of water alligators will be in that does freeze, because they like temperatures above freezing, definitely. Even in the wintertime in the Sarasota, Florida area, when it would get cold, meaning low temperatures in the 40s and high temperatures in the 50s and low 60s, that's during like the middle of January when it gets the coldest during the year, the alligators disappear. They go underwater and they stay underwater. They just come up for air and that's it. But in that area of the country, you will never see ice freeze over on the water. It doesn't stay cold enough for ice, long enough for anything like that to happen. I'd say the longest we generally have below freezing temperatures in Sarasota is maybe 3 or 4 hours. Definitely not long enough to cover a pond with ice. Well, it was coin number 11, now coin number 12. The Big Cypress Wilderness in Florida, just south of the old Alligator Alley, Highway 41. Is a very interesting place to go do yourself a four-wheel drive tour. Anymore, the roads probably are not in very good condition for cars, but if you have something with all-wheel drive, I don't think there would be a problem with you taking that route. You go down in there, you're going to see hundreds of gators along the way down there. Lots and lots of gators, lots of different types of lilies and other swamp plants. Basically, this is a gravel road that goes on for, oh man, somebody could correct me, but I'm going to say somewhere on the neighborhood of 50 to 75 miles, something like that. You pull off the main highway, Highway 41, you make a turn, and as you're making your turn, there's a little parking area, Big Cypress Wilderness. You can stop and read what's on the sign, read the warnings. One of the warnings is that there are no gas stations along this trek. You need to make sure you have a full tank of gas before you even head in that direction, because there's no gas stations out there either. So there's not very many gas stations on the way, and there's no gas stations on the trek. Probably a good idea to fill up in Miami or to fill up in Naples before you head in, depending on what direction you're coming from. And then it's a nice drive, and it's an interesting drive, very interesting nature drive. Lots of alligators. Alligators everywhere. They don't bother you though. They do their thing, you do yours. I mean, probably not a good idea to get out and start grabbing them by the tail. They might bite you then. But most alligators, unless they're 14, 15 feet long, which is rare, most alligators won't even approach you because they don't see you as food, they see you as a threat. And being that you are a threat, they would prefer to leave a fight than to get into one. They're not the type of animal to get into a fight. Now, there's one exception for that. And that is if you happen to invade the nest of a nesting gator, she will attack you and she will kill you. Gators run faster away from you than they ever would towards you. You generally don't have any worries when you're around a gator, unless you have decided to disturb their nesting area. That's the only time when you're going to have an issue with a gator. Or if you actually try to catch, kill, or hurt the gator, they're going to defend themselves. And they will do so with very deadly force. Hey, there's a double die right there. Nice double die too. That means I'm going to have to go through the rest of these coins looking for an additional example of this double die. But this one I believe could be DDO number 1 or 3. No, not number 1. Number 3. Nice bar L. That's for Tim Morrell. And he knows it too. Woohoo, he says. Very nice double die. I got to go back and look at the rest of these coins and see if we have another example of the same. Because I wasn't doing very good checks under the L before. 1963D is one of the best issues to find this in, because you're going to find, a few of them here and there. Let's check and see if it's transferred up to the N of In God. It does not appear to be transferred up, so it's only under the L that you're going to see it. Could be number 3. Okay. Alright, so let's look at the position of the mint mark. So we're looking at something that's a little closer to the 9 than to the 6, and it has that really weird left hand lean to it. Kind of a strange little lean to the left. And it appears as though, on this particular coin anyway, you got something going on in front of the chin. I was going to try to see if I could see die scratch in front of the chin there. It's a little hard to tell. So I mean, it's going to be hard to tell on pretty much any of the coins. Let's see if I've got something else that I can use. Wait a minute, there's a big die gouge right at the front of the vest under the D to the southwest of the D. So we could use that. Look at the T's in trust. Hey, we've got doubling there too. What do you know? Yep, we got doubling on both of them. So that means this is what, number 3? There's a doubling on one of them. I'll zoom in on this and let you guys look at it. It's where the T in trust is actually kind of almost malformed, and there is a stick coming out of the left side of the T there. That right there. Then by the right eave, what's going to be going on next to the right eave? There's your second T, and here's your first T. You've got another one on the first T, but it's not as well defined. There it is right there. Not quite as well defined as the one on the other T. And then by the right eave, let's look over by the right eave. I'm going to go ahead and take this out into the other focal range. I see nothing by the right eave. No doubling here on the reverse. This is it. What do you see by the right eave that tells you anything? There, it looks like there could be a break forming there, but there isn't anything there actually. Or is it just the E's that tell you? East to west scratches. Oh, okay, I see it right there. You're talking about the roof. The rough. It's on the east roof. There they are. Little die scratches. There we go. That's by the right roof. So we have a number 3. DDO number 3. I'll flip it over and take a look at it again. I'm going to have to move the lighting down for you so you can see it better. Because when I get down to this, the lighting's going to blind you. Kinda. If I do that, it makes it more visible. It's a tripled bar L. So it's 63D1DO004. Okay, thanks Eric. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Look at the eyelid, says Yo Man. Let me back out so I can actually tell what the eyelid is. Too much magnification, you're going to hurt yourself trying to look for anything. Nothing on the eyelid that I can see. Alright, so we've only been a few coins into this rule. I want to go back and give everyone a chance to know live if their coin is or is not one of these. So I am going to go through all of the coins that we have already seen. This is coin number 1, Jim Fletcher. This is not one of them. Now coin number 2. Coin number 2 will be Eric Beyer. Coin number 1 was a toner. Pretty nice looking toner. Alright, Eric Beyer does not get one. That's coin number 2. Now coin number 3. Coin number 3, John. Is getting one. So that is one of them. Right there, coin number 3. Let's see, check my T's. Dot my I's and cross my T's. There's one of the T's doubled. There's the other T doubled. So we are getting one for John Laughter here. So that would be coin number 3. Coin number 3 is our first live example. Should have seen it when I pulled out coin number 3. But let's see. Here's coin number 4. I'm gonna say no based on my markers. And yes, it is not. It is not spatial. That's Doug Reese. Now coin number 5. Coin number 5 went to Levels of Madness. Let's check it and see if it's a number 3 or a number 4, whichever scale number you want to use. It is not. And this is also not any, well, it does have just a little thingy sticking out of the east side of the T, but I haven't really done much with listing those. They're really hard to identify. Let's see. Yeah, that's not enough of anything. Alright, now number 6, Jeff Dunn. Number 6, coin number 6, Jeff Dunn. And Jeff Dunn's coin appears to not be one of the coins that has the bar. It is not. No doubling on the T's. Alright, here's coin number 7. This one goes to John. Wouldn't it be interesting if John got 2 of them right off the bat? Wouldn't that be interesting? Okay, I don't see markers here for it, so probably not. And we are going to be a no. That is a definite no. And so we'll move on. Coin number 8, Paul Hampton. Let's see if Paul gets the markers down here. Not seeing it. Not there. Nutting up my sleeve. Presto. Better get another hat. Okay, here is our coin that has the really odd grease splatter all over it. And no, it is not a double die. Donna Mac. See if Donna gets one of these. This looks like a no. It is a no. Just a normal 1963 D Lincoln cent. Let's take a look at coin number 11 for Brian Pritt. And Mr. Pritt, looks like you're not going to be getting one this time through. And no. Not nothing, not no how. Now, coin number 12, Paul Hampton again. Let's see what Paul Hampton gets. Nothing there. My dutiful wife decided to inform me yesterday that there is a Bob Ross channel. I said, "You've been watching too much YouTube." She said, "Well, I mean, if your people think you sound like Bob Ross, maybe you should watch him more. Get a few pointers." I was kind of thinking, well, it may not be a bad idea. This one does not appear to be one of them either, and it is not. But we do have a roll here. We've got quite a few coins left. We're far under halfway done with the roll, and we've already got 2 of those double dies. Now here's coin number 15, Doug Reese. Well, let's look at Doug's coin, see what Doug gets. I readjust my camera. There we go. This one does not appear to be one of them. And it is not. Let's check the reverse. See if we get anything on the reverse side. Donna's always a winner in my book. All she has to do is travel down here to Smithfield and she'd be able to see all the double dies she ever wants to see. There's coin number 15. Now coin number 16 goes to Tim Morrell. Maybe it's luck by the person, so maybe we'll find one here. This is where we discovered that we had these in the roll, was on Tim Morrell's coin. Got nothing there. Let's take a look. Who has coin number 13? Let's see. Coin number 13 was Jeff Dunn. Coin number 13 was Jeff Dunn, so that's yours, Jeff Dunn. Unfortunately, I didn't have anything on it, but it was your coin. And so here's number 16. Got nothing on that one. That goes to Tim Morrell. Now number 17. Coin number 17 we'll have for John L. Mr. John, here's yours. Oh, this one. It could be one of them. Some chance of it. Let's see. Nope. Not. I haven't really gotten used to the markers on it yet because we've only found 2 of them. Nothing else here. Awesome, Spike Ted Die Crack. I appreciate that very much, sir. Immediately after this broadcast, I will be posting a link to the sale on the 1st. I'm trying to get a whole bunch of people in there so we can have a really fiery, fast auction because I've got a whole bunch of coins. I'll get in there and get some really quick little bids going so that we can have a fun, fast-paced sale. It's going to be almost 400 different items that are going to be auctioned. Near 400. They're all starting off, well, most of them are starting off around a quarter. So we're going to do a quarter, the quarter 50 cents, 75, and then to the next dollar, then to the quarter, the 50 cent, the 75, and the next dollar. So it's a 25-cent increments. Up to $5. I don't expect many of these to go above $5, but after $5 it'll be a 50-cent increment minimum. Jeff Dunn gets this one too. And I think I see the marker. I do. I see the marker for it. So let's see. Yep, we got the little shelf and the little nub. So this is going to be one of them. There it is. Congratulations, Jeff Dunn. You are the proud new daddy of a 1963D 1DO004. A bonfire. You mean a bonfire? Hello, Jesse Gozum. We're finding some nice little double dies in this roll. This roll has been sealed for all of the, near 60, like 57 years it's existed. It was sealed. Here's coin number 20. Flip the flip. There we go. Orig gets this one. And this looks like it could be another one. Could be. Nope. Not one of them. Well, it looks like it could be. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with my markers yet. I'll take a look at the reverse on this one and see what we end up with. Got nothing on the flip side on that one. It is 3 so far. 3 so far have them. Now Paul Hampton. Let's see what Paul Hampton comes up with. Ooh. Nope, doesn't look like it. Is not it. You want practice looking for markers in an original roll. Best thing to do is if you find a double die or a repunch mint mark, find yourself a good marker like this right here. Say this would be a marker for a repunch mint mark, then flip the entire roll over to the reverse and try to pull all of your RPMs by the marker that you see. That will give you experience at identifying markers. Here's coin number 22. Number 22 goes to Farm Dog. This was a gift. All of the ones with an asterisk were gifts given to the receiver by someone else. In this particular case, it was Majestic. This one's going to turn out to be a normal 1963D. That one was Farm Dog as a gift from Majestic. Let's take a look at the next coin. Next coin's Bill Cresson. That is a gift from Copper Coins, I believe, from Copper Coins to Bill Cresson. And this one appears as not one of the double dies, I don't think. No, sir. Yeah, we have ourselves a number. 1963 D Lincoln Cent nonetheless. It's in pretty decent shape, but there's nothing I can see on there. Now coin number 24. Coin number 24 goes to Orig. Get that back up there. There we go. Coin number 24. Right before we hit the middle of the roll, we got ourselves a nice looking 63 D Lincoln Cent, but no die variety on the obverse. And as for the reverse, I see nothing. So now halfway through the roll, we're going to have to move the time on our next reveal. I believe it's at 8 o'clock. Coin number 25 will be from Marshall. If it's 9 o'clock, I'm not going to move the time, but if it's 8 o'clock, I'll have to. Somebody can tell me what time the next reveal is. I'll be able to tell you whether or not I think I'm going to need to move it. Got nothing else here. $8 o'clock, we'll have to move it to 8:30. Just everybody remember that we're going to be doing 8:30 because I'm going to have a little bit of time to get ready for it. We'll do an 8:30, and then the 63 plain roll that we're supposed to do on Christmas Eve will be moved to tomorrow morning. I'll do it tomorrow morning. But I'm not going to have time to finish this and get everything ready by 8 o'clock for the next one. Yo, man. So you guys can go in and populate the room if you want to and start chit-chatting, and I'll show up whenever, but it's going to be after 8 o'clock. It's going to be at least 10 to 15 minutes after 8 o'clock. Kind of like a doctor in patients. If I get off on the first one of the day, and all the rest of them end up being off because I give myself enough time to do them, and that's about it. So here's for RJ Stone. See what RJ Stone gets. And so far RJ Stone hasn't hit a good one in the search yet, so I'm hoping that he starts hitting some good coins here. This one's a nice one. It's a nice 63D. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not a die variety. Alright, there's RJ Stone. That's number 27, now 28. Now 28 for Yo Man. Yeah, this sale that I got coming up, I tried to find everything that I could in the way of diversity of inventory, trying to find something that everyone would enjoy. I don't know what that thing is. I'm going to have to take a good look at it. Well, that is a raised little horn of metal. But I don't see anything else forming any other part of any other mint mark. Well, let me try my first little trick and see if yeah, it moved part of its appearance. I'm still thinking raised. That's hard to tell. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking if it's going to be a D. I don't know, it just doesn't quite look like it, but I'll hold it out and take another look at it anyway. Never know what I could end up with. That looks like it might be the upper arch of a D. And if you space down enough to see the lower part, you're looking just southwest, or southeast, I'm sorry, of the mint mark itself. And there you have another, what appears could be a little raised area of a oddly tilted D. So I don't know exactly what I'm looking at here, but I'm going to take another look at it. See what I can see under the regular microscope later. But I saw that little hook thing and I was wondering, oh, what is that? We don't have the rest of what we could be looking for the double die, but if that turns out to be a D, I think it's going to be a discovery, because I don't know of one like that. Alright, let me toss this one over to the side here. Get a better look at it when I take a good peek in. Alright, number 29 now from Marshall. New Marshall in town. It's recently returned to us after a bit of a necessary break. Everybody takes a break. I am very happy to see Mr. Marshall back in town. Consider all of you people part of my family. Yo man, it's going to be worth 1.5 million, but the problem for you is that it's going to be worth 1.5 million in Turkish lira, and it's going to be in notes and coins they no longer use. So good luck finding your money back, but I'm just telling you the truth of the matter. I could give you the coin, or I could give you 1.5 million lira. I think on today's market that's about $1.25. Well, the thing about it, yo man, is that these lira are going to be coins. I'm actually going to probably consider sending it to you in 5 lira coins. How many coins is that? So I think the shipping is going to cost a whole lot more than the coins are worth. I always wondered about that. You know, if you can get defunct old coins or cash from other countries for a song, you know, because they're not worth anything on the market anymore. I looked around to try to see if I could get a stack of those Zimbabwe dollars back when Zimbabwe was having all their issues. And it basically took an entire wheelbarrow of money to buy a loaf of bread. Then the same thing occurred a few years back in Turkey, where their money was going down in value faster than they could print it. Now, the first time I went there, if you had a 1 million lira note, you had money. I was like $250, $300. Last time I went there, a 1 million lira note was about a $50. It was horrible. Same note. I remember one of the last trips I took over there, they were issuing a 2,500 lira note, or a 2,500 lira coin. And at that time it was about a 50, 60 cent coin. Now a 2,500 lira coin might be worth a penny, if you're lucky. Another one from Mr. Marshall. And this one looks moved just a little bit. Nothing there, unfortunately. I can give you a bag of drachmas. I remember doing downtown Athens a number of times. Well, there's not really any such thing as downtown Athens unless you consider right around the Acropolis being downtown. Because it's a big city, it's a huge sprawling city, and it's got basically the same stuff going all the way across the city. So you can spend 45 minutes to an hour driving from one traffic circle to another and never really figure out where the main part of town is. Sindagma Station is probably as close to the middle of town as I can remember. Sindagma, or there were a couple of ruins near downtown, one of them being Acropolis, and then there was another relatively large one, I think was a theater of some sort. And then there was the old Olympic Stadium. Am I looking at something that I need to be looking at closer here? Yeah. Let me turn this just a little bit and see. No. Boy, these things can be difficult to tell sometimes, these minor ones. But no, this isn't anything. Well, hey, Tim. Yes, sir, I did get the bag. Awesome. Wife's back home. That sounds good. Oh, I'm not sure I can remember a astronomistasi that was used as, or where hookers worked. I don't remember that. Paul Hampton gift from Majestic here. A gift from Majestic. This one's going to be one of our double dies here. This one's definitely one of the double dies. There's your little thing coming off the last tee. There's your little thing coming off the first tee. And here is your bar under the L. Tripled L. Double die. This is going to be, or a tripled die actually. This is for Paul Hampton. There's a Paul Hampton goodie. And this one was your gift from the man himself, Majestic Sounds of Coins. Like it when that happens, when a gift turns out to be a goodie. This one's for Kelly Michaud. Kelly Michaud, our buddy up in Canada. And nothing on this particular coin. It's just a normal 63D Lincoln Cent. Keep taking a look around here, and I don't really see anything on the obverse at all. Or on the reverse, I'm sorry, at all. But maybe we will find one on one of his other coins. Here's coin number 36 now. Number 36 for Dynamac. Coin number 36, Dynamac. And on Donna's coin, I don't know if I see the markers. I don't think I do. No. Not gonna do it. Not gonna be there. Sorry, Donna. We turn over to coin number 37 now. Coin number 37 for Brian Pritt. That was 36, Donna. Coin number 36. And this is number 37. This is for Brian Pritt. Not seeing the doubling on this one. Nothing there. Not seeing anything on this one. So we'll just have to move on. That was Brian Pritt. Now coin number 38 goes to Kelly Michaud again. And nothing. That's it. Nothing for Kelly there. I go ahead and poke around on the reverse of this one just a little bit. We haven't found anything on the reverses of any of these in this roll yet. Now number 39, Jeff Dunn. This one's going to be a double die. This is one of our double dies. Right there. Secondary and tertiary L's underneath the primary L. Got a little bit of doubling on the square end of the T there. And on the other T, same thing. So there we go. That one to Mr. Dunn. Now to coin number 40. Coin number 40 back to Donna Mac again. Cross your fingers, Donna. We might get you one. No. Not gonna be one of them, unfortunately. I just got nothing I can see. Nothing there. Let's move on to coin number 41 then. Coin number 41 goes to... This one goes to Majestic. This is a gift from Brian Pritt, I believe. Majestic did not get a double die here. And nothing on the reverse. Now number 42, Jim Fletcher. See what Jim comes out with. So we can get him one of these on here. I'd like for the remainder of the roll to be nice double dies. I guess I can't necessarily ask for that. Well, I can't demand it, but I can definitely ask. So let's ask that the remainder, the rest of the 8 coins in this roll, are all double dies, and that a lot of people get good taste out of this roll. That's Jim's coin number 42, now 43. 43 will be Eric. And this one is not one of our double dies. Nothing doing, sorry. Now number 44, Chuck Daughtrey. Chuck Daughtrey, no doubling. On the obverse, take a look at the reverse. No, sir. Unfortunately, that's number 44. Now, coin number 45. Kelly Michaud again. And Kelly Michaud does not get one of the double dies. Now coin number 46, back to Jim Fletcher again. 5 coins left. This is number 5. This one does not appear to be one of the double dies, and it is not. Alright, I'll move us on. Now number 47, Levels of Madness. So this with Eric Beyer coin, I can remember this particular die. This one's not one of the double dies. Another unfortunate. Now number 48, Eric Beyer again. Well, you just come in all kinds of places late in this roll. Not one of the double dies though. Unfortunately. Now number 49. Look at number 49. What do we get for 49? Chuck Daughtrey again. Coin number 49 is this one right here. Not going to be one of our double dies. No, sir. Nothing there. So, last coin in the roll. This is the one that was down at the bottom of the roll up against the cardboard stuffer. So there could be some toning on one side or the other of this coin. It's going to go to Farm Dog. Let's take a good look at this one. And it is not one of the double dies, unfortunately. Because it's the last coin in the row, I want to make sure we take a look at the other side to see if it had any toning on it. Maybe just a little bit. Not a whole lot for toning. That's more of the rubber wheel issue from counting machines, where the roll stops waiting for another roll to be counted. This was the first coin to be counted into this roll, which is why it has all that rubber on it from the rubber wheel. So that was done during the count process. And that one goes to Farm Dog. So what we end up with here is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the double dies. 5 of the double dies that we've been looking at here. We've got coin number 39, number 34, number 19, number 3, and number 14. And on the other side we have Tim Morrell, we've got John L., Jeff Dunn, Paul Hampton, and Jeff Dunn again. And for the little thing that looks kind of like an RPM, but I'm not really sure whether it is or not, we've got Yeoman Go. I'm going to have to take a better look at it and then go back through the roll and make sure that we didn't see any others. And this is the roll that we have to go back through. There is still a chance I'll be able to be back by 8 o'clock, but you guys can go in there and hang out when you get ready. There's the remainder of the roll. It's about 43, 44 coins there. So I appreciate it, folks. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and take off now so I can get ready for the next one, so I can try to be there as early as possible. And just check the channel. We've got a 1968 Philadelphia roll coming up next. Talk to you later.